Hello students, I am Dr. Bindu, an assistant professor in zoology, and in this video lecture we will discuss the life cycle of Obelia, which is also called as sea fur. During this lecture, we will learn about the structure and function of different body forms of Obelia, that is polyp, blastostyle and medusa, its mode of reproduction by asexual as well as sexual means, and its development from zygote to the formation of colony via formation of a larva known as planula. This organism Obelia belongs to phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria as they have specialized cnidoblast cells. They belong to class Hydrozoa and order Hydroida because both polyp and medusa forms are found in Obelia colony. It is kept in suborder Thecata because an outer covering called as theca is present in polyp and blastostyles, which is chitinous in nature and provides flexibility as well as definite shape to the colony. The genus Obelia is a marine organism, have many species with worldwide distribution except high Arctic and Antarctic seas. The images and characteristics in this video correspond to the species Geniculata. Obelia is found in colonies and it is mostly attached on the surface of marine organisms or on the bottom of sea like a fur, as you can see in this image. In one colony, there are more than one forms which we will discuss in this video lecture, and that is why the colony is called as polymorphic colony. If we look at the colony of Obelia, there are two components, horizontal as well as vertical components. The horizontal components, which look like roots of grass, they are called as hydrorhiza. And the vertical components, which look like stem with flowers, they are called as hydrocoelus. These hydrocoelus, they bear various forms of colony of Obelia, which is polyp, blastostyle and medusa. Polyp is also called as hydranth. In a colony, they are always terminal in position, bear a mouth surrounded by tentacles. Because polyps they bear mouth, so the main function of polyp in colony is to provide nutrition. With the help of tentacles, they can capture food, ingest it, digest, and provide nutrition to the whole colony. Various modifications of polyps are called as zooids, and two such modifications in the form of blastostyle and medusa, they are present in Obelia colony also. The next body form of Obelia, or we can say zooid of Obelia, is blastostyle. They are fewer in number as compared to polyps and axillary in position, which means they arise at the points where polyps branch off from hydrocoelus. The structure of blastostyle includes a stalk from which medusa arises by budding, an outer covering called as gonotheca, and an outer opening called as gonopore. All these three structures, blastostyle, gonotheca and gonopore, they combined are known as gonangium. As we know, Obelia can reproduce both by sexual as well as asexual means. The asexual reproduction by means of budding takes place in blastostyle. Medusa, which is a sexual form, they arise from blastostyle in the form of buds and they leave colony by coming out of gonopores. The next body form of Obelia is Medusa. Medusa is a sexual form which arises by asexual means. As we have discussed in case of blastostyle, that Medusa arises by budding from blastostyle. In case of Obelia, medusa is bell-shaped and young medusa bears 16 tentacles. As the age of medusa increases, number of tentacles also increases. Each medusa bears a mouth and tentacles for feeding. They have four gonads. The male and female medusae are separate. So we can say they are unisexual or dioecious in nature. But we cannot identify male and female medusae separately. So we can say sexual dimorphism or identification of male and female externally. Sexual dimorphism is absent in case of medusa in Obelia. They are free floating structures and while floating, mouth faces downwards. The main role of medusa is to propagate the colony by sexual reproduction. Now that we have discussed the three forms in Obelia, we can realize how similar and dissimilar the two stages, that is polyp and medusa, are. They both bear two layers in body wall, outer epidermis and inner gastrodermis. In between epidermis and gastrodermis, there is a jelly-like substance called as mesoglea. They both bear mouth or manubrium for feeding and tentacles for capturing of prey. But polyp is a vegetative form. Its main function is providing nutrition to the colony and in defense. But medusa is a reproductive form. The main function of medusa is to reproduce sexually and it helps in dispersal. Before discussing the life cycle of Obelia, I would like to share with you that in typical cnidarian life cycle, there is a vegetative polyp form and sexually reproducing medusa form, which give rise to each other and the life cycle continues. This is a diagrammatic representation of life cycle of Obelia. In a colony, medusa are produced by external budding from blastostyles. They come out of gonopore and freely float in the sea. They produce haploid gametes and release them in water by rupturing of epidermis. Parent medusa die after release of gametes. In this way, male medusae they release sperms and female medusae they release eggs in water and external fertilization takes place. After fertilization, a diploid zygote is formed, which undergoes holoblastic and equal cleavage, which means the zygote is divided into two equal cells. After few divisions, blastula is formed. Further divisions in blastula fill the blastocele and lead to formation of a solid gastrula. The gastrula elongates, become club-shaped and it has an outer ciliated epithelium which helps in free swimming, leading to formation of first larval stage, that is planula. As larva is formed in life cycle of Obelia, we can say that development in Obelia is indirect. The planula larva develops enterone or the gastrovascular cavity. By splitting of layers of cells, the process is called as delamination. Like when we stick two layers together, it is called as lamination, and when we split two layers, it is called as delamination. And as it takes place at only one end of gastrula, in case of Obelia, it is called as unipolar delamination. Planula larva helps in dispersal from one crowded and polluted area to a more nutrient-rich place. After some time, planula fixes itself to substratum by its broad end, and this stage is called as hydrula. After attachment, metamorphosis starts and the lower, broader part gives rise to hydrorhiza and upper, narrow part it starts metamorphosis into hydrocoelus, making structures like polyp and blastostyles. And one again Obelia colony is formed. In this way, Obelia colony leads to formation of polyps, medusa by sexual reproduction leads to formation of again planula and then Obelia colony. And life cycle of Obelia, it goes on. From the propagation and dispersal point of view, the life cycle of Obelia has three significant points. It undergoes rapid asexual reproduction by colony. Dispersal and genetic recombination takes place by medusa, and habitat selection takes place by planula larva. So there is increase in number by vegetative propagation, or we can say by budding. There is genetic recombination which helps in better survival, which takes place by sexual reproduction in medusa, and planula larva, it helps in dispersal from one old place to the new place, which might be more nutrient rich, fresh water might be available there, and survival is better. The life cycle of Obelia in some aspects relate to an interesting phenomena known as alternation of generation. The true alternation of generation is between sexual and asexual generations and between haploid and diploid generations. But in case of Obelia, there is an alternation between fixed asexual colonial polyp and free swimming sexual solitary medusa. But both these polyp and medusa forms are diploid. There is no alternation between haploid and diploid. Both the forms are diploid, although there is alternation between asexual and sexual forms. So the life cycle of Obelia is called as metagenesis and not alternation of generation. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मैं लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ ओबीलिया को फिर से एक बार समराइज करूँगी. ओबीलिया जो है सिलेंट्रेटा फाइलम से बिलोंग करने वाला एक मेराइन ऑर्गेनिज्म है, मतलब खारे पानी में पाए जाने वाला जीव है. ओबीलिया कॉलोनी की फॉर्म में पाया जाता है और कॉलोनी में तीन स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं: पॉलिप, ब्लास्टोस्टाइल और मेड्यूसा. पॉलिप जो है वो वेजिटेटिव फॉर्म है, मतलब एसेक्सुअल फॉर्म है और खाने पीने का काम करती है. इसमें टेंटिकल्स हैं जिसकी हेल्प से ये खाने को पकड़ते हैं, मुंह के अंदर लेकर जाते हैं, उसे डाइजेस्ट करते हैं और पूरी बॉडी में न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड करते हैं. दूसरा स्ट्रक्चर जो है वो है ब्लास्टोस्टाइल. ब्लास्टोस्टाइल एक्सिलरी पोजीशन पर प्रेजेंट होते हैं. एक्सिलरी पोजीशन का मतलब है जहाँ से पॉलिप हाइड्रोकोलस से अराइज होता है, उस एक्सियल पोजीशन के ऊपर ब्लास्टोस्टाइल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं. इन ब्लास्टोस्टाइल्स में एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होती है बाय मींस ऑफ बडिंग, और उस एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में मेड्यूसा बनते हैं. ये मेड्यूसा ब्लास्टोस्टाइल के गोनोपोर से बाहर निकलते हैं और बाहर निकलने के बाद सी वाटर में फ्रीली स्विम करते हैं. सी वाटर के अंदर जो फीमेल मेड्यूसी हैं वो एग्स रिलीज करेंगी और जो मेल मेड्यूसी हैं वो स्पर्म्स रिलीज करेंगी. और एग्स और स्पर्म्स का बाहर एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है और उससे एक डिप्लॉयड जाइगोट बनता है. ये डिप्लॉयड जाइगोट होलोब्लास्टिक इक्वल क्लीवेज से दो बराबर सेल्स में डिवाइड हो जाता है और फिर कुछ डिविजन्स के बाद ब्लास्टुला बनता है. और ब्लास्टुला जो कि अंदर से खाली होता है क्योंकि इसके अंदर एक कैविटी होती है जिसे बोलते हैं ब्लास्टोसील. ब्लास्टुला में फर्दर डिविजन्स होती हैं और फिर बनता है सॉलिड गेस्ट्रुला. गेस्ट्रुला में स्प्लिटिंग ऑफ सेल्स होती है और एंड्रोन यानी गेस्ट्रोवेस्कुलर कैविटी बनती है और ये चेंज होता है एक फ्री स्विमिंग प्लैनुला लार्वा में. प्लैनुला लार्वा का एक तरफ जो है वो चौड़ा होता है और एक तरफ जो है वो थोड़ा नैरो होता है. जो ये ब्रॉड वाला पार्ट है इसकी सहायता से ये किसी भी सबस्ट्रेटम के साथ जॉइन करता है या अटैच करता है, और वो सबस्ट्रेटम किसी मोलस्क की शेल हो सकती है, सी बॉटम हो सकती है या फिर रॉक्स हो सकती हैं. उनके ऊपर ये अटैच करने के बाद इनमें रूपांतरण शुरू हो जाता है, जिसे कि मेटामॉर्फोसिस कहते हैं। जो ये नीचे वाला ब्रॉड पार्ट है, इससे बनता है हाइड्रोराइजा, जो कि कॉलोनी का नीचे हॉरिजॉन्टल पार्ट होता है, और जो ऊपर नैरो पार्ट है, इससे बनता है हाइड्रोकोलस। और हाइड्रोकोलस के ऊपर धीरे धीरे पॉलिप ब्लास्टोस्टाइल बनना शुरू हो जाता है, और ब्लास्टोस्टाइल के अंदर मेड्यूसा बनना शुरू हो जाते हैं, और ये लाइफ साइकिल जो है वो कंटिन्यू रहती है। कॉलोनी से पॉलिप ब्लास्टोस्टाइल, ब्लास्टोस्टाइल से मेड्यूसा, मेड्यूसा से वापस प्लैनुला लार्वा बनते हुए कॉलोनी बन जाती है। Thank you for patiently watching this video.